What up, dudes?
Hey, buddy.
How we doing?
What you eating there, Ty?
I'm eating an apple.
Okay.
Getting all healthy?
No, I haven't eaten dinner yet because we were running late.
Fair.
Got a vodka water over there, so I'm preparing, getting ready, making sure I don't get fucking turned.
Two turnt tie.
Yeah, you know how it goes.
I like it. Hey, I got a question.
Yup.
So we've talked about it a little bit before, potential expansion, right, with the MLB.
Yep.
So we're at 30 teams. It's pretty common to go to 32. It just divides out better. If you had to pick two cities to put a team in, where are you going? Top of your head.
I already know my answers. Tone, you got anything?
Are we assuming that the other cities are not moving?
Assuming no moving, these are going to be brand new franchises.
Montreal and Nashville.
Ooh, I like Nashville. I was going to say Montreal and Vegas.
I would say Nashville and Vegas. So
Look at
nice
us.
combination of the three.
Get back to Montreal, dude. Get us some sexpos up there. You know
Well,
what
I mean, I'm kind of cheating because, like I said, assuming that everyone's staying the same. But I mean, let's be real, the Rays are going to go to Montreal. So,
Oh, yeah. Maybe at some point.
like within the next 6 years. And I mean, honestly, Oakland's probably going to Vegas. So
That's also
even
true.
Vegas is probably not a good choice anymore either.
Let's
But
see. So
like-
Nashville and
like Portland or something.
Ooh, Oklahoma
Salt Lake.
City, bro.
That would actually probably be good. Baseball's big
Yeah.
down
Yeah.
there. That
Oklahoma
would,
City.
Yeah, they'd
Oklahoma
probably-
City and Nashville. Let's do it.
yeah.
Upper Decker podcast sponsored Major League Baseball teams. We're gonna buy them. They're gonna be the
Yeah.
upper the Oklahoma City Upper Decker Turds or something. I don't know, something stupid.
We
Okay.
should do 2 Canadian teams and have Joey Votto and Vlad Jr. be the captain of each team and get to just like they do the expansion draft.
Yeah, I like
They're
that.
like player / GM.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm in. I'm sold.
Yep.
We got to get
Sounds
Larry Walker involved somehow too.
Yeah, for sure. He can be the owner of one of the teams.
Done.
They can manage, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll get them on there. All right, duders, let's get going. What you say?
Yep.
You're listening to the Upper Decker Podcast.
Hey, welcome back. It's episode 76 of the Upper Decker Podcast. I'm your boy Ty with a big old apple in my mouth, dude.
I am your boy Tone with no apple.
And I'm your boy Dan. No apple, but I'm back, baby.
We're all
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We traded Dan away for a bag of fucking peanuts.
It's good return on your part, as long as you put the peanuts in the Coke, though. So
Bro,
The
I
what?
didn't even...
put peanuts in Coke.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
Coca-Cola.
What do you mean put them in the Coke?
Yeah, you never put peanuts in. Okay. Well,
You are
Fuck
saying
back off.
peanuts,
Get off.
correct?
Get back off.
have you boys never
No.
ever been in the South or experienced Southern culture at all?
I try not to.
I
That's
mean,
fair.
I
That's
have,
fair.
but peanuts and Coke, bro?
Yeah, it's a Southern thing, man.
I'm done with you.
Hold on. Are you talking about the shell and everything?
No, you crack the peanuts, you throw them in there, and you drink them and you eat them at the end, and they're good. Mix it salty.
I hate everything about this. Can we start the show for real? Stop talking
Oh,
about damn
it's gonna be a
dumb shit.
doozy.
Cheers.
This is a bad one. All right. Let me talk about your stupid peanuts, guys. Hold on. I got apple in my mouth.
One more time. We are saying peanuts.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't know. The other thing seems more logical to dip in Coke than peanuts.
Oh, yeah, you got a point there. All
Look
right.
it up. Google it.
So for episode 76, the best number representative was Jose Iglesias, and he wore it for 1 year. So I switched it up a little bit. We're just going to go with 1976. We're going to talk about some cool shit that happened that year. What you say?
Okay.
I like it.
So a couple things. Ted Turner completes the purchase of 100% of the Braves. Sick. They had a stadium named after him there for a while, the old Ted. Seattle and Toronto were awarded the AL's 13th and 14th team to start playing in 1977. So, Dan, going along with your question, there we go. Expansion teams, love to see it.
Yeah.
This year, A's actually traded Reggie Jackson and Ken Holtzman to the
Yankees.
I forgot. No, it was a different team. Anywho's, for Don Baylor, Mike Torres, and Paul Mitchell. You know the names Reggie Jackson and Don Baylor. Do you guys know who Ken Holtzman is?
I know the name.
I have no idea who he is. Never heard of him.
I think I know the name. Maybe I'm lying. But...
I had never heard of him.
I know Don Baylor when he was a third base coach in Boston.
It was the Orioles, by the way.
Thank you.
Yep.
So I looked into it a little more. Ken Holtzman was a 2-time All-Star, 3-time World Series champ with Oakland. So he won the 76, 77, 78, the 3 consecutive years.
Nice.
Good job saving your tabs, Dan. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
He threw 2 no-hitters for the Cubs, and he's a native St. Louisan.
Hey.
So, look at that boy, just out here getting it done. And, of course, you know, the last Cub to do the 2 no-hitter thing was Jake Arrieta. So Ken Holtzman's 2 no-hitter kind of stuck around for like 3.5 decades. So that was tough.
Yeah.
Also in 1976, Dave Kingman of the Mets hits a 550-foot home run at Wrigley.
Ooh.
There's a building approximately 530 feet to left field, and he hit it off like the second story of it.
Jesus.
So,
Wow.
Yeah. Mike Schmidt, speaking of Wrigley, Mike Schmidt hits 4 home runs in a game at Wrigley. He becomes the 10th player in history to do that. A lot of shit happened in 76, boys.
It's busy.
Right.
Rick Monday snatches the American flag from fans trying to burn it on the field. Y'all remember that?
Yep.
Didn't that also happen at Wrigley?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm going to look it up.
That sounds about right. I think it was Dodger Stadium.
Was it Dodgers? Okay.
Because Rick Monday was on the Cubs at Dodger Stadium, I think.
That's what it was. That's the Cub reference. Okay.
Yep. Joe Niekro hits his only career home run in 22 years. You guessed it, off of his brother, Phil Niekro.
Oh, yeah, I totally guess that.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yep. Hank Aaron hits his 755th home run, which would be the final of his career.
Oh.
He also singles in his final career at bat to drive in his 2,297th career RBI.
Nuts, dude.
Blue Moon Odom, a former dope name. Tone, you remember him?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He combined for a no-hitter with Francisco Barrios, earning his final major league victory. So his final career victory was a combined no-hitter. Blue Moon Odom getting that shit
Pretty
done.
awesome, too.
Hell of a way to go out.
Got 2 little last things here. The Reds beat the Yankees in the World Series, and the White Sox wore shorts that year, boys. You remember that?
I remember hearing, well, not like live, obviously, but I
Dan,
remember reading. Yeah, I was there. I had season tickets that year.
That's right.
I remember hearing stories about that, and it looked terrible.
Mm-hmm. I think they did a throwback jersey here not too long
Oh,
ago.
my
that had the
goodness.
shorts. Yeah, bro. Beautiful. Let them calves
Wow.
dangle.
Wow,
All right.
wow.
Well, that is all I got on 1976, boys. Tone, you got some birthdays for me this week?
Hey, man, I do got some birthdays for you. First up is Anthony Rizzo.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Hell yeah. He's 32 this week. Happy birthday. Just traded to the New York Yankees, as you can see there in that picture. He looks good in black, boys.
It does.
Oh, God, I love it so much.
Yeah. Definitely a rental piece for them. So he's going to be a free agent at the end of the season. And I am curious, real quick, any predictions on where he ends up? Any good
Boston.
fits?
He goes back to
Boston?
Boston. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Kind of
sold
full
on
circle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So for those of you that
I
don't
mean,
know, he was actually drafted by the Red Sox in the 6th round of the 07 draft. In 2008, in the minor leagues, he hit 373, 402, 446 in 21 games before missing the rest of the season due to Hodgkin's lymphoma. He was traded to the Padres in 2010 and a package for Aegon.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2012, they traded him to the Cubs for Andrew Kashner. And his 10 seasons in Chicago, Rizzo would go on to slash 272, 372 on base, 489 slug, 861 OPS. Really solid numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hit 242 home runs, 3 All-Star nods, 4 Gold Gloves, a Platinum Glove. I always forget that he has a Platinum.
Yep.
Silver Slugger, and a World Series championship in 2016, which ended that 108-year drought. Cubbies.
That's a pretty good 10-year career up there in the old south side, north side,
North
side.
side.
Yeah, that's a hell of a resume.
Really is. Next birthday is Wilson Ramos.
Ooh.
Yes, the Venezuelan catcher is currently on his 7th Major League Baseball team, the Cleveland Indians, for now. He's struggled a little bit this year and last year, but overall, he's got some pretty impressive offensive numbers for a catcher, at least.
I remember he was like the top hitting catcher in the league for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Whatever that means, you know.
No,
Sure.
Yeah, solid, man.
I mean, when JT Realmuto is still in the league as a catcher, that says at least something. So
Right.
He is batting a career 272 with a 752 OPS. That's good numbers for a catcher. I like that. I think we've talked about it on the show before, but it's been a while. After the 2011 season, how's that drink, Ty?
Continue. Just go.
After the 11 season, Ramos returned to Venezuela to play winter ball, but he was kidnapped outside of his house.
Insane.
that's just wild.
Unbelievable, man. The police had to rescue him. They rescued him 2 days, about 51 hours later. He had been held up in a cabin up in the mountains about 40 miles from where he was abducted.
It's just crazy.
Fortunately, he wasn't like restrained or blindfolded or anything. They just held him for money and threatened his family. Not just, but
Yeah.
they just threatened his family. No big deal.
Fortunately, all they did was threaten his family.
Right,
They didn't
right.
like blindfold him or anything.
Right.
Heaven
But he
forbid
got-
they blindfold him. Just threaten
Right.
the fucking family.
Right.
The rescue turned a little crazy though. There was a gunfire exchange. Ramos had to hide under a bed until he got like the all clear, and then they ended up arresting 6 men in total.
Wow.
So 4 that were holding them, and then 2 others that were involved in the process. So
Jeez.
yeah, crazy. Good to see him make it out of that, unscathed. So
Yeah, healthy.
yep. So all right. Next birthday in your Tony Tone's dope name of the day is Cupid Childs.
Love the name, but Tone, I have to say something, and I don't know if you're gonna hate me or you're gonna love me about it.
I'm looking right now, trying to figure out what. Go ahead.
If you went a little high and tight with your hair,
Okay.
shave the stash.
I thought you were gonna say that we already did this one. And I was like, shit.
No, this man is you 150 years ago.
He kind of looks like. It's hard to see him as me, but like, I believe you because he looks like all my uncles, basically.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
also,
genetics.
I don't know how many like Three Stooges episodes y'all watched, but there's a little bit of curly in that boy's face too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Old
for sure.
curly face.
Like
he looks
through
like
the cover up the hair. Oh yeah.
he looks like the kid that's no fun at the parties. Like a 10-year-old kid where he's like, Mom, I need to get the snacks again. Give me
Right.
more snacks.
Well, actually,
Right, yeah. What a fucking nerd. I hate this guy. Tell me about him so I can hate him more, Tom.
All right, I'll tell you about him. He was a 5'8" second baseman. Played 13 years in the big leagues, mostly with the Cleveland Spiders, which was, I think, our forefront, our front runner for the new Indians name. But
Yeah.
Oh, wait, time out. Did you say his real name yet?
it's Clarence Lemuel Childs.
His real name's Clarence. That's an 8 Mile reference.
Oh, yeah.
Clarence
So
parents
sick.
have a real good marriage.
He was considered a chubby boy at the time at 185 pounds.
Oh,
Ooh,
he doesn't
that
look
kinda
like you at
hurts.
all, Tom.
It's all right. He was even nicknamed Fats, Fatty, and even the Dumpling.
Jesus.
The dumpling.
The
That
Dumpling.
is kind of a good, like, I probably would have rolled with that one. That's pretty awesome.
And when I say nickname, I'm not talking just like his buddies giving him a hard time. Like I'm talking in newspapers and stuff like that.
Oh,
Oh.
Dumpling Childs.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
But he was pretty good. He actually ranks 24th all time in on base percentage with a 416 OBP. And he is widely considered the best hitting second baseman of the late 1800s.
Huh.
All right.
That 416 mark is actually a higher on base percentage than every Hall of Fame second baseman except for Rogers Hornsby and Eddie Collins.
Jesus.
Yet Cupid Childs is not in the Hall of Fame.
Well, that's because he's got a face like that. Don't make a plaque out of that thing.
Wait, hold on. You just said I look like him.
Do you get it? Do you get the backhanded little stabs I'm making right now?
I get it.
Yeah.
You're so fucking handsome, Tone.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So get this. You guys were talking about the White Sox wearing shorts earlier.
Yes.
When he debuted in pro ball, they didn't have a uniform big enough for him. It really makes him sound like a fat ass. He was 185 pounds.
Right. I don't want to think about where I compare to that guy.
Right. All they could find were a pair of divided skirts that he cut off at the knee. Are you familiar with divided skirts? Because I was not.
I'm not, but I'm looking it up right now.
You don't need to look it up. I'm going to show you. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
That's what a divided skirt is. As soon as I saw it, I was like,
Oh.
oh, yeah, I've seen that in like old times, So dude was wearing that out on the field at second base. Everyone's laughing at him. He starts making, he was apparently one of the, slickest fielding second basemen in the game. And, people just, their jaws dropped. Who is this guy?
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I have nothing to say.
He cut him off at the knees, too.
Unreal, bro. Those are fucking Jinkos, dude.
Right, I was going to say, it looks like
Right.
he should be in Slipknot or something, dude.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit.
All right,
Unreal.
I like this guy again. All right, I'm back on it.
Yeah. He was also a tough guy. 1894, he was tripped running down the first baseline. They didn't get too specific, but it kind of sounded like it might have been an intentional, stick your foot out and trip the guy. But either way, broke his collarbone, but he returned just 13 days later, which is pretty impressive.
Damn.
Good job, Clarence.
Yep. He also got into it on the field once with a player, but was, the bigger man kind of let it go.
Mm-hmm.
And these two guys later ran into each other at a train station in Pittsburgh, and he beat the shit out of him.
Nice.
Yeah. Apparently they ran into each other and started throwing fists, and
Hell yeah.
Clarence won.
You know what they call that when he whoops your ass?
Oh wait, no, go ahead.
They call that the Cupid shuffle.
Very well done. Very well done.
All right. Anyways, those are your birthdays and Tony Tone's dope name of the day.
Perfect.
This is really good because, of course, fucking
He's
Clarence
pointing.
is like tattling. He's like, look, it's somebody already pinned the tail on Todd, mother.
Right.
And then Ramos. Mother. Exactly. It's always a mother.
Ramos is like, I have no idea what these people are saying.
Riz is just having a great time.
No, always, bro.
Yeah.
Always, bro. Perfect. Beautiful. I love it. All right, boys. I'm going to talk about this real quick before we get into it. Hey, if you're here and you're watching, go over to anchor.fm/upperdecker-pod/support. Become a monthly donator. I always fuck that up. A monthly subscriber, whatever the fuck, contributor. For 99 cents, $4.99 or $9.99 a month. All of it goes right back into the show. New equipment, new monitors, new subscriptions to StreamYard, all this stuff goes right back into the show just to make it better. And if you cannot do a one-time or a monthly donation, you can do a one-time over at PayPal. It's paypal.me/upperdeckerpod. Just do, however much you want. Your whole life savings, $10, your whole life savings, whatever.
Yeah, you already said my whole life savings.
Well-
Even $10, that's the same thing.
Yeah,
Right.
well, shit, I just said the same thing 3 times. Fuck. And if you cannot afford to do anything monetarily, we do beg you to head over to, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, whichever of those platforms lets you do a rate and review. Do that because it helps us move up, get noticed more, and then other people can give us money instead of you. It's only fair. We're trying to let you guys in on the ground floor. We'll fuck the new guys coming in. How do you think about that? All
I
right.
dig it.
We got Wheelhouse now. Let's talk who's hot. Tone, I'm going to let you just get after this one since you're so good at just picking boys this week. These last 2 weeks.
I'm so good at picking boys.
So good.
George Springer is hot. He was named the AL Player of the Week today. We're going to touch on him a little bit more later because he was my boy last week. But he went 12 for 33 with 3 bombs and 11 RBIs. He's crushing it out there ever since he came off the IL.
Yeah.
And he's really helping that team a lot. I mean, they already had a great offense, but it's way better with Springer in the lineup. So
yeah, it was like getting a bat at the trade deadline. When
yeah,
he
pretty
came back
much.
and was finally hitting, so
right.
worked out great. And so next up on there, we've also got, I don't know if you guys have been following the race out in the AL East, but the Rays, the Yankees, and the Blue Jays are all 8-2 in their last 10 games to really tighten up that AL East a little bit. There's 7 games that separate the first place Rays from the fourth place Blue Jays. But the Blue Jays are still 10 games over 500. So it's a really, really competitive division in the top 4 there.
Right.
Yep.
So the Rays are at 68-44. Red Sox are right behind them, 4 games back. Yankees are 6.5 out, and the Blue Jays are 7 games out. So who do you guys think is going to actually come out ahead in the AL East?
My heart says Red Sox. My gut says Rays.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be the Rays. Just I don't get it, but I don't know. But the biggest question to me is going to be like the wild card teams. I think there's a good shot that they both come from the AL East.
Right.
It's not coming from the Central.
No, I mean,
the only other team
it's
really
not
in
coming from the
contention
West.
is
It could be Oakland.
It could be Oakland.
Sure.
Oakland's got a better record than the Yankees or Toronto right now.
Okay.
But
And I don't know if you guys saw, but the MLB was talking about proposing expanded playoffs. I don't know if they were going to implement it this year or if they were going to do it starting next year.
Again?
But going to 14 games, as the standard, like how they did last year. So if they do it this year, yeah, you could absolutely see 3, if not 4.
Knowing Manfred, it'll be a fucking shit show, and they'll let in 20 teams to the playoffs this year.
And they'll decide the day before.
Right, yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah, my heart says Toronto, but I agree with you, Ty. I think the smart choice is Tampa.
Mm-hmm. They're too hot. They're too good. Their chemistry is on point. Like, I know that they missed out on Blake Snell. Well, they got rid of him. They didn't really miss out on him. But everything that they're doing down there is working fucking perfectly. So
yeah,
it's hard to count them out, man. And I mean, they're the reigning AL champs, so also kind of hard to count them out. What were you gonna say, Tone? You had something.
No, I think I was just adding on that. Yeah, the Blue Jays are the team I want to see prevail from the AL East, but it's gonna be tough.
I heard that, dude. All right, we're gonna talk about the NL East now a little bit. The Phillies, they have taken over the first place slot over in the NL East. Currently, as of this episode, have a 2-game lead over the Braves. So right now, the Phillies are 59-53, Braves are 57-55, and the Mets have dropped down to third place, 56-55. So Braves are 2 back, Mets are 2.5 back. Who wins this division?
I think it finishes exactly how it is right now. Phillies, Braves, Mets. I don't want it to. I still want the Braves to win.
I think the Braves are going to win. I really like their trade deadline. I know they don't have Acuna, but those 4 outfielders they picked up, man, it's going to help them a lot.
I like the Braves. They're still going to get Ian Anderson back here shortly. He hasn't pitched since early July, so that'll just help him out even more. Their pitching staff has actually been holding up very well, but the Phillies are very hot right now. I think the Mets are out. I'll go that far, which kind of screws me because I was looking through our predictions for everything, and I said the Mets were going to win the World Series this year over the Yankees. So that screws me. But
what a segue into who's not there, Ty.
Yeah, I know. I'll go ahead and just take it. I'll run off with it. The Mets, they are riding a 2-8 stretch, which has seen them go from first to third, as I just mentioned, in the NL East. They got some bad news on DeGrom. He's been shut down for the time being, and we'll get another MRI on the 13th, which is Friday, I believe.
Correct.
And DeGrom is confident he will pitch again this year. So whatever that's worth, take it or leave it. Take it with a grain of salt. All of them. You can believe him or you can't. I mean, he's not a fucking doctor. So
I feel like an MRI result is something I don't want to receive on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel like he's getting another MRI. How many more MRIs do you have to do before you decide if something's wrong or not?
Yeah. Well, he was feeling better, and then he was throwing fine. He says he feels fine when he throws off a flat surface. It's that when he tries to ramp it up and go to an actual mound, that's when he starts feeling discomfort again. So that's why they're going to do the MRI. They completely shut him down just to let any inflammation and stuff heal before they do the MRI.
Sure.
So I don't know. We'll see. I want him to come back. Obviously, baseball's better when the best pitcher in baseball is pitching.
Yeah, it's a
but
damn shame, dude.
Yeah,
he was
and
having probably the best season a pitcher's ever had in history, and then
Yep.
you got to shut him down. Like that's just it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what about our girl Jess Kleinschmidt's boy? What's going on there? Somebody talk about it.
Yeah.
Ramon Laureano is in trouble. He
Ruh-roh.
got popped for a banned substance, got an 80-game ban. This is the same guy that tried to fight the Astros hitting coach. Was it Alex Centron, I believe? Was his name?
Yeah,
it was.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not a great look, man. He's not. That's not good.
Yeah, like when you're gonna go out of your way to fight somebody because they cheated, and then get hot for steroids, like, yeah, you might want to make sure your closet's all cleaned out before you start throwing some fucking stones, dude.
I mean, that's fair, but they were also screaming at him and instigating it and whatever. Like we talked about how that batting coach was instigating almost the entire thing, was fucking yelling at him from the dugout and shit. I'd stand up for myself too, but at the same time, you're juicing. Maybe don't fight people.
Right. Maybe scale it back just a little bit.
Yeah, just kind of stay under the radar a little bit there, Ramon.
Right.
Also, when your team's 2 games out of the division and on pace to win 93 games, don't screw your team over like that.
Well, that's the thing is, it's not like he just decided to do steroids. He's been doing it for a sec, so just finally now got busted. But I don't know. How do the Athletics feel about this, you think? Like, as a whole, do you think they're still good for like a playoff push, or do you think this is kind of a shot in the foot? I know that they got Marte, they got Harrison, they've got pieces to plug and play, but
picking up Marte is huge now for them. Yeah. And it almost kind of makes you wonder, like,
did they know?
Did they know something like this was about to happen?
Right. And they were like, well, fuck, I guess we'll drop old Lizard, trade him down to Miami and get Marte because Ramon's going to go down, boys.
Right.
But didn't he say it was only trace amounts and blah, blah, blah. I might have accidentally ingested it, something.
They always say some shit like that. And I mean, innocent until proven guilty and all that. I get it. Yeah. But more often than not, they're guilty in this case. So
I think they'll be okay, to be honest. I mean, you're talking about losing a guy that has a 112 OPS plus, and you're gaining a guy in Starling Marte that has a 146.
Okay.
So, I mean,
you're losing a Gold Glove defender out in center field, though, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he has a Gold Glove, but you know what I'm saying.
Gold Glove caliber, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
Marte's got a couple Gold Gloves, though.
Who do you have it all pulled up right now?
I have Marte pulled up right now, and then I have Laureano right here, too, yeah.
Who else is in the A's outfield?
Oh, gotcha. I don't have that pulled up, but I can real quick.
I can.
Because I know they just re-signed Chris Davis to a minor league deal because the Rangers dropped him, so that could be a DH type option.
Yeah, they've got Mark Hanna in left field, and then Starling in center, and then I guess Piscotty is in right field now because Laureano's out. So
Oh yeah, and they've got Tony Kemp as like their super utility guy too. I forgot about him.
So I wonder if old Chris with a K Davis makes another appearance and gets back into the DH slot.
Maybe they still have Mitch Moreland too.
Yeah, old Mitchy Two Bags.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you call him?
Yep, Mitchy Two Bags, dude. That's right. That's my boy. I guess we'll see, man. I don't know. I'm getting excited though. With it being August, we're gonna see the rosters expand next month and get all those call ups. And I don't think it's gonna matter all that much. It'll be fine. Let's go ahead. Let's talk about some injuries real quick. I'm just gonna fly through them. We got a couple Yankees on here. Glaber and Aroldis Chapman both go to the 10-day IL. Glaber's got a left thumb sprain, and Chapman has left elbow inflammation. So, that's the one that he throws 100 miles an hour with. So keep an eye on that. Anthony DeSclafani, arguably the ace of the Giants this year, hits the 10-day IL with right shoulder fatigue. That is never a good thing you want to hear from a right-handed throwing pitcher.
No.
Anthony Rendon, his season finally ends after receiving hip surgery. I don't know if he's had it yet or not, but finally was just like, fuck it, let's do it. Let's get it done. I'm over it.
Right.
We're not going to win anything this year anyway. So Kevin Biggio hits the 10-day IL with mid-back tightness, whatever the fuck that means. Super medical. Good job, Kevin. Did you diagnose yourself, sir? And last option here, or last tab. Dodgers transfer Kershaw and Danny Duffy, newly acquired Danny Duffy, to the 60-day IL. Both retroactive to around the same time. So Kershaw is eligible to return September 5th, and Duffy is eligible to return September 18th. So Duffy will be back just in time for that playoff run the Dodgers are obviously going to be into. Same thing with Kershaw. Hopefully he gets 2-3 starts in before, playoffs start, and then we'll just ease into that and probably repeat as fucking world champions because they're the goddamn Dodgers.
Really, really quick. First of all, you did a phenomenal job just cruising through all that.
Thank you.
Without looking, and you guys may already know this, how old do you think Clayton Kershaw is?
32.
32.
All right.
We
33.
Is he? Me and Tone were just talking about it last week. I think when you weren't here, you fucking slacker.
Whatever, man. I had to work.
Because who was it? Kershaw's 32, Mad Bum's 32, and Strasburg we were talking about is 33. Tone?
Well, Kershaw's 33.
Oh yeah, whatever the fuck it is. So
but
I think
he feels like he's 43.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been around forever.
Strasburg is just turned 33.
Yeah, unreal. I just think that's just crazy. All right, we got some cool stuff to talk about, boys. Let's talk about some cool stuff. Adley Rutschman, the catching prospect for the Orioles, has been promoted to AAA. You love to see it. You love to see them actually taking stock in their fucking prospects and like, yo, let's get you there. Let's get moving. Let's get you to the fucking bigs, bro. This year at AA, he's slashing 271, 392, 508 with a 901 OPS. Pretty dang good. He's got 18 home runs, 16 doubles. As a catcher, I'll take all of that. 61 runs scored, 55 RBIs. He's also walked 55 times and only struck out 57. So I like what I see. The eyes are good. Obviously, the swing's good. I'm super excited to see him hopefully make maybe an appearance next month with the Orioles. Probably pushing it, but maybe. At least, spring training 2022, we'll see him a little bit.
For sure.
He's ranked number one prospect in all of baseball right now, with Wander Franco getting that call to the big league squad down in Tampa. So
very cool.
Keep an eye out for Mr. Rutschman.
Very cool. Another thing to keep your eye out, Chris Sale, speaking of White Sox jerseys, making his season debut. He is actually going to come in on Saturday, the Red Sox announced, the 14th against Baltimore. So he'll make his debut in Fenway against the Orioles. So that'll be a good place for him to start. I'm going to assume they probably put him on a fairly strict pitch count. So probably get 4 or 5 innings out of him, but still, it's always good seeing pitchers like that come back. So I'm excited to watch that.
This could, hopefully, fingers crossed, be something that the Red Sox need. If he comes back and he does well, this is exactly what they need to keep that playoff, those playoff hopes alive this year. I
just don't know what to expect with him because he hasn't pitched since August 13th of 2019.
Yeah, so it'll be about 2 years.
It's been 2 years almost, actually. Yeah, almost today. 2 years, when he comes back. So I don't know. I mean, 2 years is a lot of time, and he's 32. I thought he was a little bit older, actually. So that's not terrible. But yeah, we'll see. Good luck to him though. So
absolutely.
I'm hoping to see good things. The Red Sox actually just moved. This is not labeled under cool stuff, but the Red Sox just moved Martin Perez to the bullpen because he's not doing great. So
I'm actually surprised it wasn't Garrett Richards. He's been terrible.
Yeah. So Tanner Houck is actually taking that 5th spot in their rotation. But also going back to the whole, we're just going to keep going back to the White Sox shorts this year. It wasn't the shorts uniforms, but do you guys remember when Chris Sale shredded the fucking uniforms in the clubhouse?
Yeah, that's why I said, speaking of the White Sox jerseys.
Oh, yeah.
Or uniforms, whatever, Yeah, because he said it was like uncomfortable to pitch in.
Yeah, he's like, I can't throw in this shit because it was the big, long, baggy sleeves halfway. Yeah, fuck that, bro.
And like that monster collar, like a polo collar on. Yeah, no, I don't blame him.
I mean, I get it. I would also refuse to wear that shit. However, chopping them all up with scissors, probably not the move.
Right. You weren't gonna wear the other jersey. Like, come on, man.
Homie slammed a Miller Lite, turned off NASCAR, and chopped up all the fucking jerseys, dude. You know that's what Chris Sale's all about.
Pulled a Ricky Vaughn.
Yeah.
Cut the sleeves off of them.
Tone, you want to grab this little last thing here? You want me to do it, buddy?
You go ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
I was looking up Chris Sale's stuff, and so I'm not prepared at all.
I get it. Eddie Alvarez. Do you guys know the name?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great. He became the 6th athlete ever to medal in both the Summer and Winter Olympics. So he played. He received a silver medal in 2014 as a speed skater. Apollo Ono type shit.
Yeah.
And he was part of the Team USA baseball team that just took silver this year in the Summer Games. So, old boys out there just Olympicing it up.
He was the
Olympic.
So 6th ever athlete and only the 3rd ever American to do both of them.
America, dude.
Hell yeah.
Hell.
So also, side note off of that, so USA took silver because we lost to Japan, who won their first ever gold medal at the Olympics too for baseball. So that's a pretty cool moment as well.
Yeah.
Kind of a big culmination for that country and how far they've come in putting big league type talent out there on the field. So it goes to show. So congrats to Japan. That was cool.
Well, if we're being completely honest, though, and I don't want to get off on a tangent here, boys, but
Don't do it. I know what you're going to say.
if fucking Manfred would be like, yo, time out every 4 years, put Trout in the Olympics, put Bryce in the Olympics,
Right.
we would fucking wreck, bros.
Yep.
Wreck. Oh, God, it's
You're probably not wrong.
It's so
And it would be
dumb.
awesome because hockey can do it. Basketball, obviously, Summer Games takes place after the season, but
I would piss my pants 7 consecutive days to see major leaguers in the Olympic Games.
dude, can you imagine? Like, I know, just think of it this year. If DeGrom was healthy, you could have had DeGrom, Scherzer. Jesus, I don't even know who else you would pick at that point. Kershaw, right? Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff, like
Zach
all of these
Gallen,
dudes.
fucking, whoever, bro. All
That
of them.
rotation would have just been unhittable. And so with the bullpen.
Yeah, you'd have Josh Hader and Craig Kimbrell.
And Keg Krimble at the back, of the freaking.
I mean, we'd lose Liam, though. Old boy's playing for Australia.
Sure. But still, man.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know. But the apparently baseball is being replaced in the Olympics again, which is super sick. But we'll see the World Baseball Classic back shortly then, which is my fucking favorite baseball.
Yeah, that's fun.
I would watch a baseball classic over MLB any day.
I get it.
It was fun, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, boys. What do you say we jump into our July review real quick?
Let's do it.
Tone, you want to lead it off just with your beautiful, beautiful voice?
My beautiful voice. All right. So if you take a look here, we have the current, as of last night, standings for Major League Baseball.
As of last night. So we went up through the first week since we covered the trade deadline last week.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah, I didn't want to give you info from a week ago. So.
Yeah, a week outdated. I got you.
Right. So this is current. It's our July review, but we're also including the first week of August. This is kind of where everything stands right now. You've got your win pace, which is how many wins each team is projected at this point based on their percentage, and then you got your playoff odds, which are provided by FanGraphs. They use their own formulas and their own system over there to come up with those numbers. First thing, you tell we're getting into those dog days because a lot of these teams have literally 0% chance of making the playoffs now.
Yeah, look at the AL Central, just trash.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
there's only one team projected to win above 500 or to go above 500.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's true. That's not good for them. But
No.
but yeah, I mean, we touched on a couple of these teams. Like if you look at the NL East, we touched on the Phillies and how they've been hot right now. That is just such a freaking close division, man. It's
Yeah.
I'm glad we're finally seeing the teams over there get above 500.
yeah.
Oh my God, it's literally taken till right past the All-Star break for a team to get 500, and so now we've got 3 of them, barely, but 3 of them right at or above 500.
Do you think the
AL East,
Nationals
man.
finish in last place?
There's a very close,
they might.
very close possibility there. I don't know. I mean,
They're only 3 games up on the Marlins right now.
yeah,
So
yeah. I'm looking at it, and I like my chances with Miami a whole lot more than I do with Washington.
the pitching staff alone.
Correct.
Right. Exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think. About
Brewers are looking good in the Central. They've got a nice little lead on the Reds there.
it.
It's gonna be tough for anybody else in that division to make the
Dude,
playoffs. Unfortunately,
look at that AL East, man. 4 teams with 60 or more wins.
Yep.
And all 4 of them are projected to be well over 500. Like that's just and they all 47 and up % chances, dude. That's just nuts.
Yeah, Blue Jays are in 4th place, and they would be in 1st place in the NL East. They'd be in 2nd place, 6 games behind the White Sox in the Central. Crazy.
I'll tell you what, guys, don't count out the old Texas Rangers. We're gonna get there.
If they won out at this point, where they played 112 games, so they have 50 games left. If they won out, if they literally won their next 50 games in a row,
we could
they
do it.
Still wouldn't have 90 wins.
It could be done, bro.
They'd still likely finish in 3rd place.
It could be done, bro.
Hey,
at least you're only the 3rd worst team, though. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing because draft picks and stuff. But
yeah.
What's overall? Just what surprises you?
I was just thinking about that.
San Francisco.
San Francisco's probably the big one. They're the only ones projected to win 100+ game. Well, not projected, but on pace to win over 100 right now, which is crazy. I
think San Francisco on the positive surprise and Minnesota still on the negative surprise.
Yeah, that's still crazy. The Royals surprised me a little bit. I was pretty high on them. I mean, I didn't think they were going to win the division or anything, but I thought they'd be on pace to be at least a 500 team.
Yeah, sure. We're getting to the point where not a lot of this is really throwing me off all that much. We're pretty close to right around what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Right.
So, aside from the Giants, so obviously I think the Giants are the biggest thing to me. Aside from that, man, it's all shaping out to be pretty expected.
So, comparing to our preseason predictions, we made a few notes here. We count correct positions. Basically, if you pick the A's to finish in 2nd place in the division, they are projected to finish in 2nd place. So that's how we count that number. Ty is in the lead with 9 correct positions.
I'll take it, bro. I'll take it.
I've got 6 correct, and Dan's got 5 right behind me.
That's where I like to be, right behind you.
Thank you.
Gross.
And then we also...
You're just mad at you and get to say it.
Yeah, you're right.
We also counted how many times our preseason projections were within 3 wins either way, plus or minus 3 wins of the team's current projected win total.
Pace. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So Ty's got, you know what? I actually did not update that correctly. Sorry.
Okay. I've got 5.
Yeah.
Dan's got 3, I think, and Tone, you have 6.
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
Yes. And so far, none of our predictions are dead on.
Just kidding. I super pulled all of those numbers out my ass, and they're all wrong. Tone, you have 7. I have 5. Dan, you have 4.
There you go.
All right.
So I mean, we're doing okay. We're on with some of them. We'll see how it shakes out.
I'll take the positions over the plus or minus 3 thing. That's just that's a bonus.
That's an added bonus. Yeah, getting the wins right. Yeah, I would have rather had the positions correct too. So we'll see. I'm holding out hope still.
I'm pretty good at some of these positions, boys. I'll tell you what. Is there anything else we want to talk about the teams, or do we want to move on to our award predictions?
Let's move along.
All right, buddy.
Let's get it. Move along.
Lead the way.
Along like I knew you would.
So, NL MVP race is not looking good for you guys. Yeah, we talked about Acuna going down as of July 10th. He is done for the year. So, that's his final stat line for the year. 283 average, 394 on base, 990 OPS. I mean, just incredible numbers.
Sure.
Incredible numbers. Really sad. So, not that means Juan Soto is going to win the MVP, but out of our selections, he's going to finish with, significantly higher totals, barring something crazy. So,
I made a tweet about it last night. So, with Tatis going down, with DeGrom being down, I think Freddie Freeman's in the running for repeating as NL MVP, but I might be a little biased there. I know Harper's making a late push. We got Muncy, Turner, Trey Turner, Manny Machado. Is there anybody else in you guys' mind that stands out as an actual NL MVP front runner?
I mean, everybody that you just mentioned, obviously. Muncy, I think, probably had the best chance for a long time. And then he kind of went down for a little bit. So hopefully he can kind of get back into it.
Yeah. I think he's still the leader in National League war for National League position players.
Nice.
You might be right. Yeah.
Yep. I don't know. I was just fucking sitting around thinking last night when I was looking at this, and man, I couldn't even I tried thinking of people and I was drawing blanks left and right. And
so you mentioned real quick, I was looking something up when you were talking, but you mentioned Tatis, you mentioned DeGrom. Okay. You mentioned Freeman, I heard. Did you talk about Machado?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, other than that, you said Trey Turner, Jesse Winker.
I was thinking about the Reds guys, but for some reason,
cooled off.
Yeah, they've cooled off a lot. I know that the team itself has the highest OPS in the whole league, but those two have very much so cooled off from what they were.
So if you look at OPS plus just for National League players, I understand this is just literally one number here, but you've got Tatis, Harper, Muncy, Soto, Acuna 5, but then Brian Reynolds are your top 5 active.
Yeah.
So Brian Reynolds is kind of a surprising number in there for me.
I've been high on Brian Reynolds for a couple of years now. I looked into his numbers a little bit, but I think he doesn't have the numbers haven't accrued enough to be MVP caliber numbers because he plays for the fucking Pirates. But
agreed. And if you like league leaders, Tatis leads in OPS plus, home runs, stolen bases, slugging, and OPS. So I think he's kind of your obvious choice at this point.
Right. If he comes back and comes back healthy and well and does well, I think that he's still the front runner. But
agreed.
We never know how long they're going to be like, hey, Tatis, just cool your jets. We'll bring you back for the playoffs in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yep,
I do think Harper and Soto are both like one tear away from really making a name for themselves in that race.
If Harper's tear that he's on right now keeps up for a week or so, I mean, he's very much so putting his name into the contentions.
For sure.
Sure is.
All right, let's talk AL MVP then.
Yes.
So, Tone, talk about your boy. Since our boys are out in the NL, talk about yours over there.
All right, sounds good. Looking at Mike Trout here, he has not played since May 17th. So he does not have great totals. He has great averages. His average is 333, OPS of over 1,000, OPS plus of 191, which is just stupid. But yeah, I mean, he just didn't put up he's not going to be healthy enough, even if he comes back soon, which I don't know when he's supposed to come back. But
me either. He didn't even qualify for like league leaders because he hasn't played enough this year.
Correct.
I'm going to talk about Matt Chapman because I know that Dan's fucking running away with this. Matt Chapman is 83 for 390 this year. He started to do a little bit better there in June. July, not so much. He's backed off again to a 213 average, 300 on base, 667 OPS, which comes out for an 88 OPS plus. Not great. 14 home runs, 50 ribs, 51 runs, a league leading 146 strikeouts.
Oof.
To just 49 walks. And just 3 stolen bases. So, Mr. Chapman, you've let me down for the last time, buddy.
You picked the wrong Matt in Oakland, my dude.
I know, man.
Matty Olson would have been a better option.
Well, I tried to instill my beliefs and my altruism into Matt Chapman, and nothing came from it.
It didn't work. Shohei, on the other hand, has worked out just fine for me. The only okay, I'll go through his numbers. So 269 average, 362 OBP, right? There you go. 166 OPS plus is solid. League leading 37 home runs, 82 ribbies. Does have 131 strikeouts, but
who cares?
And at this point, 52 walks, but he's got 15 stolen bases with it, and he's doing it on the mound too. So at this point, the only American League player for me that is close to, even in contention with him is Vladdy.
Yeah.
Right.
Vladdy leads in 5 different categories, offensively speaking. So OPS plus, runs, RBIs, on base, and OPS. But Shohei leads in 4 with home runs, intentional walks, caught stealing, which is maybe not necessarily one you want to lead in, and slugging percentage. But he's also pitching, lights out to you. So I think that gives him the edge. I think if you're just looking at offensive numbers, you give it to Vladdy, but just the fact that Shohei's doing it on the mound too, and we've never seen it literally ever at this level. It's just, I think it's his to lose right now.
That's literally the words that were about to come out of my mouth at this point. We've been saying it all season. It's Ohtani's race to lose. If he starts fucking up pitching or if he starts fucking up hitting, then it gets kind of iffy because Vlad's been crushing it so hard on the offensive side. But even if Shohei just stays mediocre at both of them from here on out, he's got it.
Right. Yeah, he doesn't have to be a lights out pitcher. He is, but he doesn't have to be. I mean, if he's neck and neck with Vlad on offensive numbers, then you throw out what he's doing, and anything he does on the mound is just a bonus.
Right.
So.
Right. Absolutely.
I know it's cliche, and I know I've seen it 1,000 times, but if Shohei Ohtani was pitching to Shohei Ohtani, who wins?
Shohei Ohtani, obviously.
Batter, pitcher.
Batter.
I was gonna say pitcher. I of the mind that good pitching beats good hitting, and he's just nasty when he's on the mound.
I mean, you're not wrong.
The dog's got 37 dinners. What the fuck are you talking about? He's taking himself so deep.
Dude, I get it. Oh, speaking of Shohei, did you see Bruce strike him out the other night?
Bruce Gratterall with the 102 on the outside two-seamer. Fuck yeah, I saw that, bro.
He was big fucking hype too, man, after that. And I mean, as you should be, you struck out the home run leader to win the game or close out the game.
Yeah. Right.
Bruce Gratterall.
Yeah, that was pimp.
Sick. Love that, dude.
All right.
Let's talk about some Cy Youngs.
Wee boo, wee boo, wee boo.
This is a weird one because it's a guy that might not pitch again this season versus a guy that hasn't been very good this season.
Right.
Hey,
I mean, he's getting better.
He's gotten so much better.
He's gotten a little bit better.
He's cut his ERA
in
almost in half.
Yeah. Sorry, I was comparing it from last month. I took last month's form and typed the new numbers over it.
Right.
So I think he went from like a 5.4 to a 4.0 or something like that.
In a month,
that's still insane
July
for a
to
month.
August is huge.
Absolutely.
He's doing so much better lately.
Yes.
So
but
finally making me look better.
Well, not physically.
Oh
no, there's not enough alcohol in the world for that to happen. So
yeah, this is weird. I think between the three of us, we're all wrong. Because DeGrom's not going to win it this year with all the time that he's missed. And, Castillo just got off to too bad of a start. With that being said, we don't have to dig into these guys' numbers all that much, even though fucking DeGrom's numbers are crazy, man. Like,
they're stupid. Absolutely.
366 ERA plus, 14.3 K per 9. Hey, what's that hit per 9 at, boys? Is that real or is that a typo?
that's
a typo.
I think it's 3.6, correct? 3.6 hits per 9.
I'll tell you in 1 second.
3.9 hits per 9, but still.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. I forgive you, Dad.
I was speed. Nope, that is correct. Oh no, that is his home runs per 9. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't a typo per se. I read the wrong thing.
He has a
3.9 hits per 9.
Got it. Yeah. And 1.08 ERA, a .554 whip. We have never seen anything like this, and it sucks so bad that he's been shut down, and we can't see it. 146 strikeouts in 92 innings. What the fuck are we even doing, dude? He's on X Games mode, bruh.
Yeah, it's absolutely unreal.
Who do you guys think does win NL MVP then this year?
It's going to be close.
Cy Young. Yeah.
It's going to be really, 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 really close.
Mm-hmm.
What's okay? Here's my prediction. I think we get a repeat of 2011, I believe, when Lincecum won and Carpenter and Waino split the votes.
Mm-hmm.
I think Freddie Peralta and Brandon Woodruff and hell, maybe even Corbin Burns will split all of the Brewers' votes, and Walker Buehler ends up winning it.
Ooh, Walker.
I could see that happening. Also, do not count out Zach Wheeler.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
Zach Wheeler has a 2.
Wheeler, I barely know her.
4.2.
Hey.
I mean, here's all the NL starters that have sub 1 whips. You've got Bueller, Woodruff, Wheeler, Kevin Gausman,
Gausman,
Freddie Peralta,
Yep.
Max Scherzer, Corbin Burns, and we're not counting Trevor Bauer, obviously. I mean, there's other guys too, but you Darvish, but his ERA is higher. I mean, I don't know, man. There's so many good pitchers.
I was going to say, you're even going to get guys
League.
like DeSclafani who are going to get some type of recognition for it.
Yep, absolutely.
I think it's going to be Buehler, though.
I hope so, dude.
He's got 20 quality starts already.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, that is awesome.
That.
He's leading. I mean, he does lead the league in ERA, which is a stat that they're going to look at, and it's still a 2.13. Like that's still a crazy good ERA.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm looking at your WHIP. Joe Musgrove also has sub 1, WHIP as well. But yeah, it's so wide open. It's good. Like it's a good problem to have in the National League. There's a lot of good pitching.
National League pitching is off the fucking charts this year, boys.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a fun race to watch. Let's talk AL Cy Young now. Garrett Cole has missed his last start because he tested positive for COVID, I believe. I don't remember if he tested positive or he was just on the COVID restricted list or whatever the fuck. So that's your pick there, Dan. Go ahead and talk about him for me.
It is. He slipped a little bit. Pun intended, after the whole crackdown of sticky substances from the MLB. But still having a rock solid year, right? 3.11 ERA, 9.90 WHIP. So we were talking about sub 1, which leads the American League. 176 strikeouts, which also leads the American League.
Pretty good.
Yeah. 2.83 FIP. So it's not like, I mean, he actually technically could have a lower ERA than what he currently has. And
that's just playing at Yankee Stadium, bro.
Yeah, and 12.2 K per 9 also leads the American League. So I think he probably is the favorite right now, I would think.
Yeah. He's definitely struggled more, since they cracked down on the substances, but he's still good. He's still got, excuse me, I ran his stats through the last 30 days. He's still got 41 strikeouts, which is second best to Dylan Cease. He does have a 3.91 ERA during that span, but only a 1.11 WHIP, which is not bad at all.
He's the only American League pitcher with a sub 1 WHIP right now, too.
Yeah, it sounds like if you get rid of a few of those long balls, he's in an okay spot. So I think he'll be fine.
Yeah. Our boy, Tone, Lucas Giolito, he's made a little bit of a turn. I don't think it's been great enough to really be put into contention at this point. Maybe by the end of the season we're looking at different numbers here, but so far on the year he's 8-8. He's got 11 quality starts, which is only 3 behind Garrett Cole. He's thrown 129 innings, 1 inning short, but he has a 3.98 ERA and a 1.155 WHIP, which are both slightly higher, almost a full point higher than Garrett Cole. 145 strikeouts, so we got 30 less. I mean, he's having a decent season. It's just not,
still take that.
Right. It's not Cy Young caliber at this point. Like his ERA plus is 107, so it's only 7 percentage points higher than average.
Right.
We'll see what happens here down the stretch. He could definitely, like you were saying, Tone, earlier about the MVPs, you could go on a tear here your next 3-4 starts, and really crack down on these numbers and lower your ERA another 1 point or something like a Luis Castillo did this past month or whatever. So
sure,
if he comes out, strikes out a bunch of dudes, gets it down there, I mean, he's in running for second. I mean, Lance Lynn's in the conversation.
I think Lance Lynn's probably the favorite at this point. Him and Cole, I think, are probably the two. Because Lynn's ERA is a 2.04. He's got a 2.08 ERA plus right now. Like he's just having a stupid year.
Yeah. Carlos Rodon too.
Yeah.
Oh, just all the White Sox got it.
Yeah, pretty much.
You mentioned Dylan Cease already, so
Dallas Keuchel's having a good year, good-ish year.
Right. Well, shit, man. I don't know. I guess we'll see how it pans out. But in my opinion, I think it's Garrett Cole just because of the name and
I think so too.
All that. But we'll see. Let's move on to rookies of the year.
Yeah.
I hate all of this.
Yeah, this is just a terrible page to look at. We won't dive into. Basically, Brian Hayes missed the first 2 months of the season, and he's been mediocre at best since then.
Right.
Ian Anderson's been good and was actually the front runner for NL Rookie of the Year, but he's been hurt. Hasn't pitched in almost a month now, so that's going to hurt his chances a lot.
Yeah, I mean, who are we thinking though? Like, who are we thinking rookie of the year for NL?
Trevor Rogers or Taylor Rogers, whichever one's in Miami.
Oh,
Trevor.
Yeah. Miami. You right. You got that. All right. So, like you said, let's not dig into that. Let's move on to the AL Roy. These are a little bit better. At least mine is. So I might talk about Andrew Vaughn a little bit. I still think that.
Go ahead.
I think that he's not going to win still, but
He's been good though.
he has been good.
Yeah.
So he's hitting 265 on the season, 331
Speaking
on
of
base.
The White Sox again.
Right, no shit. 791 OPS, which has come out to be a 117 OPS plus. He's got 13 home runs, 37 ribs, 48 runs. It's a whole lot better than his first showing with the White Sox. I thought that with Eloy Jimenez going down, he was going to get a lot more playing time and be able to perform, but he was kind of rushed into this, I think. So now he's finally figuring out how to be a major leaguer and coming around to it. But it's right at the time where Eloy Jimenez is coming back and Luis Robert is coming back. So I don't know how much we're really going to see of Andrew Vaughn from here on out. But, he's put together a respectable season at this point. You guys have Tone, you got Bobby Dahlbeck, and Dan, you picked Tristan McKenzie, and both of them are not looking very hot. So
McKenzie is another one that's improving. He doesn't lead the league in walks anymore, so
that's good.
That's always good.
In retrospect, back when the season started, I thought these were great picks. I thought Bobby Dahlbeck would go off this year. I was nervous about that pick. And Tristan, I thought Tristan was going to be fucking lights out, man.
Absolutely.
So it's crazy to see where those two have come. But at this point, AL Rookie of the Year, Adolis Garcia?
Probably.
I think so, yeah.
That would be my bet, but I'm going to look at the hitters anyway really fast and see if there's anybody else that can hold a candle.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be Adolis. He's got 25 dingers on the season, I think.
Right.
He's got great numbers right now, and fortunately I get to see that a couple times a week when I turn on old MLB TV and watch him just be the only bright side of the Rangers at this point. So I like seeing that. He has slowed down a lot, though. Like, I know he was on a crazy, crazy tear to start the season, and about midway through the season, since the All-Star break, he's kind of died off. But I still think it's his to lose, like you said, Dan.
Yeah, Randy actually started turning it back up a little bit too.
Oh, Randy, I forgot he's still got rookie eligibility.
Yeah, he's at a 129 OPS plus. Adolis is at 112. He's eighth among rookies that have played 50 games or more in the American League. So it actually might go to Randy A. He's got 102 hits. He leads that by quite a bit. The only thing, Adolis has 24 home runs. Rosarina's got 16. Eric Haas has 18. So Mountcastle, your boy too, has 19.
Yeah, I like what I see from Eric Haas out there too. I like that catcher, I think, for the Tigers.
Detroit.
Correct?
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Oh, so Randy A. just going to win, what was it, ALCS MVP, and then come out the following year and win Rookie of the Year?
Yeah,
probably. Actually,
I just pulled up. Forgive me here. I was like searching, trying to find rookie numbers right here, and Randy A's got to win AL, I would think.
I actually think Haas might have the better chance to dethrone him over Adolis Garcia does.
Really?
Akil Baddoo also.
Baddoo!
NL, you're looking at...
Shit, boys. I'm drunk.
Yeah.
Apple didn't cover you, huh?
Yep, nope, sure didn't. Go ahead.
NL, you're looking at basically Patrick Wisdom or... I don't know, Jonathan India.
Hernandez.
Yeah, but he's... yeah. Wisdom and Hernandez have only played like 65 and 68 games respectively. So
holy shit, Jonathan India has been hit by a pitch 18 times this year.
I love Jonathan India, boys.
I do like him a lot too.
Also, Watrick Pisdom.
I do like that.
Awful.
All right, boys. Is that it for our predictions and awards and all that shit for this month at least?
Yes.
All right. What do we got next? We got our boys.
Our boys.
God, you guys are
talking
so
about our boys.
Our boys.
Jiminy Christmas. All right. So
went for it.
last week, I had the Central, so I took Jose Abreu. Tone, you had the East, you took George Springer. And Dan, you had the West, so you took Mookie Betts. Tone, will you show me who came in
Mookie
third
Betts.
place, please?
Yes.
This is stupid because now that we're using like good
You
players,
lost. Ooh.
like look at that. That stat line would have won by far before, but
His biggest issue was he didn't play that much.
Right, he only
He
had
only had
4
six-
games.
16 at bats. I mean, that's why.
yeah, if he could have played a little bit more. I mean, and he is coming off of injury, so I mean, I figured there was a risk there, but
Yeah.
he's been hitting since he came off. So
I think they had
mean-
6 games last week, so he had one less there, and then also they sat him 1 game, so that was I think he only played. Well, you said 4,
Yeah,
so
he
looking at-
played
yeah, he
4,
played-
and
only
then
played 4.
Tone had 8, so that's sick.
Yep.
Right. So I mean, again, the slash line was just money. 375, 412 on base, 750 slugging
Mm-hmm.
for an 1162 OPS because he had 2 home runs, 12 total bases, 3 ribbies, 3 runs, a walk, 2 strikeouts, and no stolen bases to give me 22 boy points.
22.
I mean, I know you're complaining, but you also did get 2 points for the highest average and 2 points for the highest on base. So you still got
Sure.
4 points for that.
Right. And no, like I said, like this is so much more fun having
Oh,
like good
oh.
players.
I thought you
Yeah.
were complaining. Okay, I got you.
Oh, I was, but it's more fun.
we're just
for
used to you
sure.
complaining, so
I get it. That's totally fair. Totally
All
legit.
right. In second place, I had Jose Abreu. Again,
boy.
Your
a
favorite
pretty-
White Sox ever.
I know. Pretty good week, but of course, Tone had to go ahead and pick the hottest hitter on earth for the week and just dethrone me yet again. Jose Abreu went 8 for 26, slash 308. So he had no walks, 308 on base, 653 slugging, 962 OPS. He did hit 3 home runs, 17 total bases, 5 ribs, 6 runs, 5 strikeouts, which is I think the lowest I've had from fucking the guys that I've picked since we started doing it this way.
Nice.
So came out to 25.5 boy points. I'll accept it, but Tone, you went ahead and just blew us out of the water again.
Crushed it.
Talk about Mr. Springer.
he was hot. We already mentioned he was AL Player of the Week. 1.177 OPS last week, 3 bombs, 26 total bases, 11 runs batted in, 9 runs scored.
That is the exact same as Votto last week. I didn't even have to change anything there. 11 ribs and 9 runs.
Really?
The exact same.
I'm just
Ridiculous.
crushing it, man.
I had to take off 4 fucking home runs from Joey Votto's totals last
That's
week.
true, because that was
Whatever.
absurd.
Yeah.
But yeah, 48 boy points for the lead. And guys, I'm taking a little bit of lead in the standings this year.
Listen, I've given up on everything because my fantasy sucks. My boys suck. I'm
Hey,
fucking done.
how'd you do in fantasy last week in
I
our
don't want
league?
to talk
Ty?
about anything. I don't
Did
want
you
to talk
lose? Did you lose 7-0?
Yeah, I got shut out, dude. My shit sucks.
Damn.
My
Oh,
fucking
man,
team
who-
died. You
what
did.
kind of a
Whatever. You
badass
got me.
team beat
You got
you?
me. You got me. My whole team's dead. They all died. They don't exist. They went down on a fucking fantasy plane, bro. They're done for. It's
Bummer.
unreal.
I just wanted to hear you say it.
Whatever. I don't give a shit.
Hey,
So
let's look to the future. What do
Yeah.
we how about our boys this week?
Yeah. Oh, how about our boys? Tone chose Jose Ramirez from the Central, and Jose Ramirez is gonna hit like 37 fucking home runs. You piece of shit. I'm fucking done, bro.
You like that picture though?
That's so good. I just saw
do.
it. I had to try to not laugh in the middle of all of it. I loved it.
So yes, I did take Jose Ramirez,
Yeah.
and he's gonna go off this week. I feel it.
That's fair. Dan's arguably got one of the hottest hitters, probably the hottest of these 3 right now. He
Like
chose-
attractiveness wise,
All
absolutely.
the above. All the above. So
I wouldn't say absolutely. I do think Bryce is very hot, but Trey Turner's pretty sneaky up in there. Sneaky hot.
Nah.
Oh, you lying. You
I'm
tripping.
taking Bryce on that one.
Y'all dumb.
But downside to taking Harper this week is he's got 3 games against the Dodgers and 3 against the Reds. So 2 really good pitching staffs.
Sure.
But I just couldn't not take Harper.
That's fair. I took one of the newest Dodgers. I took Trey Turner. He made his debut with the Dodgers yesterday, I believe. So it'll be fun to see what he does out there in the Dodger blue. Pretty excited, man. I know they just activated Corey Seager too, so they had Trey Turner playing third. which is crazy.
Okay. He came up playing center field with Washington when they first called him up,
Right,
so
and
they
I
could
think-
easily move to the outfield.
I think that's what they're going to have to do because Justin Turner is on his way back. He's been kind of dealing with a lingering injury. So once Justin Turner comes back to the third base, they'll move Trey Turner to the outfield and go from there. But man, that fucking team is crazy. So hopefully he can just accrue some numbers out there at least and fucking dethrone.
Right,
just
get on
dethrone
base.
Tone, baby. Just dethrone Tone.
Is that the name of the game? Dethrone Tone?
Dethrone Tone, baby.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So for the following week here, I'm spinning the wheel. So the order is going to go Tone. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay.
Tone, you got first. Next is Ty. It's me.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Dan. Now we're going to go back and we're going to spin for the regions. And we've got for Hot Tone. Hot Tone. God bless America. You boy.
Central.
Tone's got the Central.
Again. It's like the third time in 4 weeks, I think.
I've only had. God, I am so drunk. Just kidding, guys. I'm not. It's fine. Now, Ty, me. I have the East.
Okay. So we're going to flip-flop.
Dan with the West. So, best of luck to you boys this week. Bryce Harper, Jose Ramirez, Trey Turner. Go get shit done. And we'll see you guys, next week on episode 77 of the Upper Decker Podcast, boys. Tell you what.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting to big fucking numbers, dude. This is crazy to me. This is insane. I
can
do
literally see the vodka hitting you right now. Like physically, like I can see it in your face.
saw, dude.
Oh, hey, we forgot to talk about one thing.
What's that?
You're gonna be so happy.
Me?
It's about Brock Holt.
Yo!
Oh yeah, we did.
Legend, bro.
He set a major league. Well, since the Statcast era, he threw the slowest strike ever tracked. 31.1 miles per hour.
The legend. Brock.
I mean, that thing was like 20 feet in the air, dude.
It looked like a
Easily.
softball. Like the way it came, it was just woo.
I loved it. He lowered his 13.5 career ERA, dude.
Yeah. Just a
Josh
floater,
Harrison
man.
looked at it just like, the fuck am I supposed to do with
Right.
that?
Hell yeah. Old Brocky Brock, my man. Just getting her done. That's it, though, yeah? We done, Skis?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to
Stick
thank
to
everybody for
focus.
listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Those of you who came to the live stream, it was a good time. We appreciate y'all being here. Those of you who are listening, 2 days late, being fucking slackers because you had to wait for us to edit it and put it on the streaming platforms, join us for the live stream next week. Every Monday around 6:15, 6:30 Central Time. We are streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. All of that is at Upper Decker Pod. We also have a TikTok at Upper Decker Pod. We will get going on that at some point with something. Get in while the getting's good and nobody's there. Tone, if they want to listen to us, where can they do that?
You can listen to us on any platform, really. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Just search for Upper Decker. If you want to see a full list, you can go to our Anchor page, anchor.fm/upperdeckerpod, and see all the platforms we're available on. When you are listening, please take the time to leave us a review or a rating, whatever that platform allows. It helps us get our name out there a little bit more.
That's right.
Yeah, and you know what else helps us is donations.
Money.
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 So if you, I like it. If you want to sign up to be a monthly contributor, you can head on over to anchor.fm/upperdeckerpod/support. You can sign up in denominations of 99 cents, $4.99, or $9.99 a month. All of that just goes right back into the show, like we mentioned before. If you would prefer just to send a one-time donation, you can also do that at paypal.me/upperdeckerpod, and you can put whatever amount you want in there, $1, $20, $100, whatever you want to do.
$1 million.
There we go. Like we mentioned, it all goes back into the show, buys equipment for us, lets us put on certain events. We can put merch out, which speaking of merch, if you head over to upperdeckerpod.com, you can check out our current selection. I've been slacking a little bit the last couple of weeks with getting some new stuff up, but there will be more in the coming month or so as well. So keep an eye on that one, and we appreciate you guys.
I mean, shit, we got fucking shorts. We got fucking shirts. We got fucking hats, bro. What else is on that bitch? Talk about it, Dan.
We got some 3/4 length sleeve.
Ooh, it's tees. About to get chilly out here too in the Midwest, boys. Get you those 3/4.
We got a handful of different tees that are out there. We got a whole bunch of different hats that are available. Fitted hats, trucker hats, snapbacks, dad hats, all kinds of different cool stuff up there as well.
Truck nuts.
Ooh, that's what we should do. Get a U on one and a D on the other.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Hey,
I can make them.
Also, I can't believe we forgot to talk about this. This Thursday, everyone needs to tune in for the Field of Dreams game.
Oh, yes.
Ty is looking at me like he has no idea what I'm talking about.
White Sox, Yankees, I know. 2 boring-ass teams in the middle of a fucking cornfield. I don't give a shit.
Really?
I don't care about it. No.
Get out of here. You're ridiculous.
Field of Dreams movie isn't nothing. That's so old. It's just a bunch of old people in corn.
Oh, my. I'm so done. All 7 of our listeners are going to be super pissed at you.
It's just a bunch of old people in corn.
I hate you.
Really?
If I wanted that, I'd listen to the band Corn.
This Thursday night on Fox, I don't even remember what time it is because Ty's got me pissed off. But
well, we appreciate you guys' support. Thanks for coming out to listen and watch Upper Decker Pod. I'm going to go watch Field of Dreams and see if I like this fucking movie or not because I've never seen it. I'm just talking shit. We will catch you guys next week on episode 77 of the Upper Decker Podcast.